For thousands of years, the civilizations of man have grappled with the prospect of immortality, each in its own way. None has left its mark more spectacularly than one of the very first, ancient Egypt. Starting 5,000 years ago, the Egyptian people turned their singular genius to the pursuit of life after death, leaving a legacy of riddles that remain unanswered. But in the desert, tantalizing clues are bringing us face to face with the mysterious pyramid builders for the first time. 5 centuries ago, one of the most extraordinary feats of human history rose out of the Egyptian desert. The 3 royal tombs of the pharaohs, with more than 6 million limestone blocks, took just 70 years to build. Without modern technology, workers lifted blocks weighing an average of 2.5 tons each and put them in place at a rate of 1 about every 2 minutes. The apparent impossibility of the task has led some to speculate that the Egyptians possessed some mystical knowledge long since lost, or even had help from aliens. But now the sands of the Giza Plateau are yielding startling new clues to the ancient puzzle of who built the pyramids and how.
200 years of digging have produced pyramids, tombs, temples, statues, nice inscriptions, and relief scenes, but where were all the people?
Mark Lehner is professor of Egyptian archaeology at the University of Chicago's Oriental Institute. His work has helped shift the focus of study here from monuments to men.
For the first time, we're excavating to shed some light on the lives of the people, as opposed to just how the elite and the king that they served, how they were buried.
Recent discoveries by Lehner and others have turned the popular understanding of pyramid building on its head. A new era in the study of the ancient Egyptians began with a tourist riding a horse. A hoof plunged through the vaulted roof of a tomb that was sealed in the time of the pharaohs. Inside was a glimpse of eternity. The vault was coated with richly colored plaster, which began to disintegrate the moment it was exposed to the desert air. But for a brief time, it shone as beautifully as the tomb of a king. But the man buried here was not a king or even a nobleman. He was a worker. According to Dr. Zahi Hawass, Director General of the Giza Plateau, the design and construction of this tomb suggests that the man inside was no slave.
Because of the size of his tomb, because of the unique shape of the vaulted ceiling, and also because it was cased inside with plaster, then I believe this is the man who was in charge of the whole administration of the workmen. This is the man who wanted to be sure that all these people live in a good living, and they go early in the morning to work, and they come by in the sunset, and they live in the village, and at the same time when they die, there is a tomb for everyone.
In the months following the discovery of the vaulted tomb, Dr. Hawass and his crews unearthed more than 250 additional graves in the same area. They had found an entire cemetery for workers. The foreman's vaulted tomb is surrounded by the graves of his honored staff. Like the tombs of the pharaohs and noblemen, the workers' graves were probably arranged according to their status. Dr. Hawass found that some tombs displayed hieroglyphic job titles. Further proof that the ancient builders of Giza were highly regarded craftsmen.
We found here 3 false doors. Above each one, we found painted stela. We found in the titles of those people the hieroglyphic inscriptions saying that Khirb Yerius means director of building tombs, and Sahaj Yerius means inspector of building tombs. In the study of the bones that we found, most of the men that has been found in the cemetery, they had stress on their back, on the bones of the back, meaning that those people were involved in really moving stones or working in the pyramids or working in the tombs. Archaeology now is not like what you see in King Tut and find gold, and gold in King Tut never give us any idea about the people and about how they lived and about anything. But this cemetery is working with the dirt and the sand. Then each piece of sand, each piece of stone, each piece of pottery reconstruct the Egyptian history. It gives us information about those people.
Today, life on the Giza Plateau still moves to the ancient rhythms of the desert. Modern Egyptians work here now, slowly unveiling the lives of their ancestors.